Right guys, Peaky Dippers, we've came back to the beautiful Evesham Bridge. We're going to have a little go here today, but with a special added bonus. And I'm not just talking about the special added bonus of having Kirsty and Michael with us. The two. Steve's here as well. But yes, I should show you. So we've got the lovely Kirsty and Michael with us. Absolutely brilliant friends to us they are. Excellent people. Steve's alright. But we have bought out today. I'm just going to keep the... I'm going to keep it. And then I'm going to go, woof! And that is the Peaky Dippers boat.
HMS Peaky.
HMS Peaky. And on the side there, guys, we've got my mum's name and Steve's mum's name. Peaky Dippers with the YouTube logos, as you can see. We've got a mounted camera so that we can see what's going on into the boat. We've got a box for our scrap. We've got some Rolex. And we've got some oars. We are eventually getting an engine for this. Only a little 4-stroke. Just to trundle up and down against tides when the weather changes. But so far, bro,
It's going good.
it's going excellent.
Just pray we don't sink.
There's going to be no songs or nothing like that today, is that? Certain songs?
No references to certain cartoon characters or anything like that.
No, definitely not.
I'm not Uncle Albert. Although I'm in charge of rowing.
Although the grey beard is starting to come on, Steve.
Join the war.
During the war. So yes, guys, we've got a new addition to Peaky Dippers, and this now will open up our adventures a bit more as we can get under the bridges properly with the boat. We can get to the straight bits the other side where we can't get to. It is just going to open the channel up, guys. So thank you for everyone's support as normal. I'll stop babbling on now. We'll be back in a minute because it's Marie's.
It's Marie's big 50th birthday weekend and she's got to open a present.
So we'll come back to you in a minute, guys, with that, and then we should get on with some magnet fishing.
Yay.
See you in a bit, guys.
Right, guys.
Glenn?
Today, it's Sunday. It's not quite her birthday, but it's Marie's birthday weekend because she turns 50 on... Is it Wednesday?
Huh?
Is it Wednesday she turns 50?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that a tumbleweed went past? So I've got her a little present. Well, she's got two presents, but the first one we've had to leave in the fridge at home because it was a birthday cake and it's too hot to bring a chocolate cake here.
Oh, yeah.
But you'll see a picture. But Marie, come here. Now there's meaning behind this and I'll explain it when you get into it. But happy birthday.
And it's quite bad, guys, because my brother from another mother has got my wife a present and I haven't got nothing yet.
And I can open it now.
You can open it right now. I'll explain the meaning when you get it open.
There's a box.
I'm not going to give it away yet.
Watch your hand and drop that box
Careful.
of eggs.
It's open on the bottom on the other side.
You do a new saucepan set, Marie. Get your cooking skills going.
What is it?
It's what you've always wanted. You got your weather vane. But, now I know it sounds a bit soppy and that, but unfortunately when Glenn sadly lost his dad, there was a link to crows.
There was, yeah.
And everywhere we went, there was crows. So there's a direct link to Glenn's dad and crows. So now Marie has got a crow watching over her all the time.
You're filling me up, Steve?
Is a crow.
And it's one thing, I'm sorry I'm filling up. It's one thing I've always wanted, is a weather vane.
But now you've got Papa Peaky watching over you.
That's amazing.
That is.
And it's to go on the blast house roof.
Yeah.
Oh, got it all right.
You've got to think about getting things upside down, don't you?
You know, I've always wanted a weather vane, and wherever we've gone, I've gone, oh, there's a weather vane on top of the church or whatever, and I've always wanted one.
And you've got a direct link to Papa Peaky.
Yeah, with his glasses on as well.
With the crow.
That's amazing.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, bro.
Steve, you're an absolute angel.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh, bro. No.
Oh, she's crying.
Silly mouse for a moment.
Oh,
Yeah, did you see how?
You're doing a weird now.
I'm floating. Faster. Faster. More power, please. More power. I'd like to go up there.
I'm not singing to you.
Well, they've just done a drop off, and here's all the stuff they brought back. Lots of monkey poles and angle iron, and that. Some tubing. Oh, that's an old pot. Oh, look at that. Look like an old pot. And all that. Oh, yeah.
These are some old coal tongues.
Oh, look at them.
They're old. A height frame off a road sign.
Big old bit.
Oh, that's a big tall bit there. You got Steve. Got that.
Bar.
Hang on a minute, Steve. I've got something for you.
I knocked the GoPro off the thingy on a tree branch. We've been circling.
Richard, can you eat your heart out?
There you go.
More like reverse gear.
know what you had.
Right, come, we got a knife.
Go show it to camera.
So, we went out on the boat, as you know. We've got the knife. We've got
A mooring pin.
an old curly-whirly pig's tail mooring pin.
Oh.
I'm going to call it a pig's tail. Yeah.
That's what they call them.
It's not what see, guessing.
Oh.
We've had a piece of fish plate, which I enjoy pulling up on the side of a boat. Speedy thing.
Oh, spearhead. Well, you've got a windlass and all, didn't you?
We've got a windlass, which is at the bottom of the box down here. I had that pile of junk, which I've brought back to shore. That can go in the bin. We've had poles. Nothing exciting yet as such, but
Yeah, but we've seen clay pipes.
we've seen clay pipes, we've seen old bottles, and can we get to them? They're too deep. So, ideas. More scrap. Another piece of fish plate.
Found a peaky fan.
Found Nigel Perrin. Pair of scissors. Now we found this, didn't we, Steve?
Yeah, that. What the hell that is?
It's all crushed up, wherever it is. Could be an old painting now in our look, but we'll check it out.
Yeah.
I wonder, it's all fallen to bits.
Maybe it's old tin or something then.
Yeah. We reckon that's an old painting that's been crushed up, to be fair.
We've got a fan of the peakies.
A fan of the peaky, we found him, we saved him. More scrap, I'm getting to the good bit. Well, always check your crud as well, because this is how we found out some old money the other week here. Always be aware of what you got stuck to stuff.
Windlass.
There's an old windlass, look at all the stones stuck to that, guys.
That'll clean up and all.
It will. We'll pass to the side to clean up. A bit of bolt edge in there. This was the first thing I pulled up.
Old pipe, innit?
With old pipe, yeah, drain pipe by the looks of it. Pulled at that chunk. I'm going to tap that off in a minute, see what it is.
Coins.
We had lots of coins, yeah. And I usually chuck all the 2s and 1s in the bin, but...
You tried to pull.
Oh, catapult, yeah. An old catapult there, look. What else we got, Stephen?
Chain. Pipe.
Bit of old chain there, look.
Achoo!
That looks like an old saw blade. That looks like an old saw blade, doesn't it? It's not really... Somebody just fell in the river. Marie just fell in the river.
Anything down there?
Have a look while you're down there, Marie. Just, I'm sure I lost my GoPro.
She went face first and all.
You got an audience? Yeah, let me put it out. My phone in your pocket.
Now you know how I
So there we go, guys. Marie fell in the river. So now she can't take the Mickey out of Rusty anymore. Now I've been on the boat and I'm ever so dry.
Hi everyone. Yes, I'm all wet and I'm all soppy, but at least I wasn't on my own. Because if I had been on my own, I wouldn't have been able to get out. So if you are out magnet fishing, please make a mental note of escape routes out of the river, because some of these towpaths can be slippy. So just be careful. Also, try not to fish on your own, but if you do, always tell someone where you are. I've been magnet fishing over 6 years and mistakes can happen, so just try and avoid them as best you can. Please never tie the rope around your wrist or your waist. Tie it to your box or a mooring ring on the side of the towpath. Can you imagine if that had been your child, your small child, that slipped and fell into the river without a life jacket? So please, if you have got a small child, please put them in a life jacket. Well, that was just some quick safety advice. I'll let you get back to the video. Enjoy it. like it would have been off something quite ornate. Maybe a chair or a table. Another few bits. Got a knife, a vape, another fishing lure, another knife. Excuse the wind as well, guys, because it's quite windy now. And, oh, look at that one. That's some kind of a small knife. So then I'll probably take that back for a clean up. Oh yeah, and kind of book and a pair of pliers.
Okay guys, I just found that round thing. I don't know if it's an old camera or what. We'll give it a little, I don't think it's going to last, but we'll give it a little tap off in a bit when it's dried out. See what it is. It's light enough to be one of them old cameras. So there you go guys, it was a little old camera, look. I've just tapped it apart with the hammer. But it was beyond saving anyway. But yeah, nice little old camera there. I don't think it's mega old, but it's older than, probably older than me. There you go.
The history of the camera began even before the introduction of photography. Cameras evolved from the camera obscura, which is a darkened room with a small hole or lens at one side, through which an image is projected onto a wall or table opposite the hole. The pinhole camera consisted of a dark room with a small hole punctured into one of the walls. The light from outside the room entered the hole and projected a luminous beam onto the opposing wall. The entered light projected the inverted image of the actual object inside the camera. The smaller the hole, the sharper the image appeared. Later, the dark room was changed to a box, which was better known as a pinhole camera. And later, in 1888, George Eastman introduced the Kodak camera, the first mass-marketed camera which used roll film. Then later, in 1925, the first 35mm film camera was introduced by Oscar Barnack. The camera industry continues to evolve, with advancements in sensor technology, autofocus systems, image stabilisations, and computational photography.
There you go guys, one throw, look. Got one fishing lure, two fishing lures, three fishing lures, a little piece of scrap there. Gate latch. There we go guys, got a gate latch there, look.
I have no idea. Just pulled that out. Could be part of the rudder, yeah.
Yeah, so well, that's throw out because Steve wants to go home. But I found like that old fleur-de-lis thing and I was tapping out, knocked the tip off. Fleur-de-lis, yeah. Right, yeah, that's not had many finds here today, guys. I think this is more or less done for us now. The main thing was to test the boat out, which we're happy with, and we've got an idea where we're taking it next week, so even better. And it's definitely given me a kick up the bum to get an engine for it because my arms are killing doing all that rowing. he just moans anyway, Steve. But anyway guys, so big shout out to Kirsty and Michael for coming and meeting us again today. Nicola did turn up, you may have heard her, but she did actually turn up in the end. Mr. Perry didn't, but Mr. Perry will be out next week, I guarantee that, because he's missed out this week. But big love guys, thank you ever so much, see you on the finds. Well, I might not, but we'll find some little bits and bobs to show you. But other than that guys, see you on the bits and bobs of the finds. Bye bye.
The Finds Roundup.
Hi guys, Peaky Dippers, thank you for joining us like you do every week. And yes, I want to explain something before I show the finds. Because we've had the boat last week and the week gone as well, so the last 2 weeks. We had the rowing on this one, as you can see, and we've had the engine on the next video that's coming out next Thursday, and we've had some awesome finds for the next video. So bear with me on these finds, they're not the best, but where we have gone slightly wrong, guys, is we didn't get a lot of recording off the boat. So we have come up with an idea. I'm going to put the camera on the peak of the cap, and as I find stuff in the water, you will see it from my view.
Because we had the engine, isn't it, on the next video. We was figuring out how to remount the camera.
Yeah, and the last 2 weeks have just been testing different things with the boat, and we have been slightly laxy-daisy with the footage of the finds coming out. But yeah, I'll show you what we've got here, and then I'll explain a little bit more in a minute. So I'll show you these little finds. We didn't have nothing to write on there, but even so, we still found bits. So, we had a bread knife. That could have come off any boat or one of the restaurants down the side of the river.
I need a new bread knife.
It's not necessarily a nasty knife, but it's still a nasty knife.
I need a new bread knife.
We've got a dinner knife there. It's got an hole through it, that one, look. That's been down there a lot longer than we thought. I wished it, I'm just waiting for the one that says silver. Obviously it won't be too magnetic, but then we've got some pliers which need a bit of oil on them, but other than that, they're in good working order really. I mean, you know, in good condition. So some nice little wire cutter pliers. We found an old knife, but again, just about to say, if I was to tap it, it'll probably break, but seems quite strong. I might try and clean that one up, but I don't think there'll be anything to write about. Just a normal pen knife, probably from the 50s, 60s, when kids used to be allowed to carry them around with them without being silly. Then we've got a nail. Now these nails might get laughed at quite a while, but quite a lot. But if you get the rose top nails and like a proper handmade by a blacksmith, then you can kind of date them. And that's quite old. I mean, that's probably handmade, and you can see it's not dead straight, it's crude, and it's got what they call a rose top on the nail. Put it on your nail, but just in case you want to know about your nails. Then we found this tooling. Now the only reason I bought it back at the time is because it's got like gothic little windows in it, looks like a church window. But it's some kind of tooling, so if anybody can identify this, I'd really appreciate it. Give me your ideas, guys. You normally do every week, and that is a piece of tooling for something. We've also got another dinner knife with a nice plastic handle. That would have had hang on. That would have had bubbles inside. Look, so little bubbles inside. So yeah, there was a little fad on them some years ago. Found a piece of chain with like a pivot piece at the bottom, so it's probably off a bit of mooring, but that was in a big piece of crud, hence the reason I've bought it back. With a big old spanner, and these are the proper old school spanners, these are, guys. I mean, they're indestructible, and I don't collect them. I've got my own spanners in the shed, but yeah, we do find these quite often. I mean, going up to the size of a person, some of them, massive spanners. Then, this wasn't on film, but I found this. Now, on closer inspection, I think it was French, was it, Maria?
I'm not too sure.
I think it was French. It got little pictures over each one, which are only stickers.
It's really lovely.
But yeah, it's a nice little, bracelet. You'll just snap it.
It's quite heavy as well.
It is chunky. A nice little bracelet there. I might paint that up and keep it for myself. You know what I mean?
Suits you, that does.
Yeah. I might keep it for myself. Then, last few finds is, you'll probably remember the windlasses. Now these windlasses are still crudded up. I'm going to leave them like this. I'm going to give them to John Drage, because John Drage may paint these up for our collaboration for the 20th of August, which is yet to be announced for the location. But I can guarantee you now that it is West Midlands.
Yeah.
Because we was looking at going outside. It is West Midlands. It is in the Birmingham Black Country area. That's all I'm going to say at the moment until I get confirmation off the rest of the outcast. Anyway guys, going back to the finds. Next week I've got some awesome finds, and we've probably only got on film 1 or 2 coming out. How bad. But we will get used to the boat and the camera at the same time. I'm going to put the camera on my peak and my cap, and as I'm finding stuff and pulling stuff up, you'll be able to see it in real time. So I do apologise in advance. The videos will jump back to normal again. Just testing the boat out really, wasn't it? Yeah. And as you can see in the video guys, Marie had a little bit of a slip and a fall. Now, if this can happen to Marie, it's happened to Steve in the past, it can happen to anyone, especially if you don't magnet fish. So please, life vests, gloves for sharps, take your scrap away, don't go on your own, and if you do go on your own and you have to, then obviously just tell somebody where you're going and don't move from there. Other than that guys, look at water safety, because it's so easy, so easy. It wasn't very graceful when we had to pull Marie out like a sea lion. And obviously as my wife, if I was in the Thames a good couple of months ago when the water was faster, then it might have been a different story. So I'm not going to preach health and safety, I'm not like that, but just please be careful guys. We've already lost a person in magnet fishing, and it's really bad. So please guys, look after yourselves out there. I'll see you on the next video. The next one is a lot better, I can promise you. And thanks for putting up with the finds. And I will look for more giveaways, so keep at it. And keep subscribing. Get everyone to subscribe too. See you later guys.